Today we're going to look at some proportional relationships, but specifically we're going to look at problems that have multiple choice answers and take a look at some strategies that can help you choose the correct answer. This first question has two trapezoids, and it lists the names out for you at the top. It says trapezoid EFGH is similar to trapezoid WXYZ. So the first thing that's very helpful to do is take those names or letters and stack them on top of each other. So I'm going to take EFGH and I'm going to write it over here to the side. And then I'm going to take the other name, WXYZ, and line them up perfectly underneath. Okay, once that's done, then you can go back and look at those letters and line up the corresponding parts. For example, the angles that go together, E and W, are in the same position in the shapes. F and X are in the same, G and Y would be in the same location, and so is H and Z. So corresponding sides work the same way. These first two letters, F and E and F, correspond with W and X. So when I go look at those in my shapes, I could shade them the same color because then that would show me that they should be lined up in my proportions underneath. So EF is over here in the small trapezoid, so I'm going to highlight it, whatever color you want, and then it says it's supposed to match up with WX in the large one, so I need to take that same color I was just using and highlight over WX. Okay, now I'm going to go down in my multiple choice answers, and I'm going to start highlighting those two line segments, and I need them to match up. So the first one that I'm going to start looking for is this EF, okay? Down below, using that color, I am going to trace over or mark out where I see EF. So in that first answer choice, if I zoom in a tiny bit right here, EF was in part of answer choice A, so I'm going to highlight over it in green. EF was also in answer choice B. I'm going to keep scanning down these answer choices. There is no EF in that section. And answer choice D, okay, here's an EF. So the same color that I've been using previously, I'm going to scratch over EF. Okay? Now if you go back to your shapes, we also need to look for the line that's corresponding. So the other one that I have green is W to X. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I want to go down to those answer choices and I want to highlight over WX in the exact same color. WX. I need to highlight over it in the same color. When you look at answer choice A, this does not have WX. I'm going to move on to B. This has WX in the second fraction. So I am going to highlight over it. If you move down to answer choice C, no WX. And if you move down to answer choice D, does not have WX. Okay? The next two line segments I'm going to take a look at are the last two lines. So pick another color. And I'm going to underline those, GH, and it matches up at the end. Its corresponding line segment is YZ. So I'm going to go over to my shapes, and I'm going to pick a color, and I'm going to highlight GH. And then I'm going to also go highlight YZ. So those two spots, those positions are corresponding. So I want to repeat the process. I want to go down to the answer choices below, and I want to highlight in the color I've been using, GH. So let's look at that, GH. Okay, A does not have a GH. B does not have a GH. C. Okay, this has G and H and it's backwards, but that is okay. It still references the same line segment. And then if you take a look at answer choice D, there's no GH. Okay, the one we said that was corresponding with that was ZY or YZ. So if you take a look over here, this one I've shaded in yellow as well. So I need to go look for ZY down in the bottom. I'm going to zoom in for you guys so it's easier to see. I'm looking for YZ. YZ. Answer choice B does not have YZ. Answer choice C, it has YZ right there. And I was using yellow for mine. So YZ is right there. And in the last answer choice, I do not see YZ. Okay? This answer choice right here is looking pretty good because I have two matching. Okay, we're going to go back up and we're going to pick out a new line segment that goes together. So I'm going to choose another color that I haven't used yet. And I'm going to go the first and the last letter. So I'm going to do E and H. EH is the long line segment in the trapezoid. And the one that matches with that is WZ. So those two I've highlighted for myself in red. So I need to go to my answer choices, and I'm going to be looking for EH first. I zoom in here, and I look for EH. I do not see an EH and A. Okay, answer choice B has EH. So I am going to scratch over that. Keep going. Answer choice C, it does not have EH. Answer choice D does not have EH. Okay, so the line segment that's corresponding with EH, if we look back up here, we put it as WZ. So we're going to go in our answer choices now and look for WZ. Answer choice A has a WZ right there at the beginning. So I'm going to scratch over that. Keep going down. Answer choice B has WZ. Go down to the next one. Answer choice E does not have WZ. Answer choice D does have WZ. So I'm going to highlight that last one. Okay, we have two line segments that we have not highlighted yet. So I don't even need to go look over at the letters. I can just color the two I haven't used yet the same color. So FG, FG, and XY. FG. I'm going to look for that one first. So as I go down here, FG is in the first one. FG is in answer choice C. I'm going to scratch over that. And FG is also in the last answer choice. So I'm going to scratch over that. So the only thing left is the one that does correspond with FG. It is XY. So I'm going to go through and color those last line segments also for me blue. All right, we're going to take a look at our answer choices. I need these same colors to be either up and down, that's good, or I need the same colors to be sideways. So when you look sideways at this one, not good because they don't match. Okay, when you go down to answer choice B, I have the same colors, red and green. They do not match going sideways, nor do they match going up and down. So this is an automatic wrong because the colors are diagonal. That cannot be correct. This one cannot be correct because it has three colors. When you look at answer choice C, okay, I have two yellows going sideways. I have two blues going sideways. That is a perfect match. Those match up perfectly. Okay, if I go check out the last answer choice, I do have two blues matching vertically up and down. However, when you look sideways, none of these colors match, and they're also using three colors. So this is totally wrong because there's three colors in that answer choice. So after looking at that, it is going to have to be answer choice C is the right answer. Okay, next example we're going to look at has numbers in the answer choices instead of just the letters for the line segment. So for some of you, this one may be a little bit easier, but I'm still going to go with lining up the letters that are in the name. So if you look above the question, it says triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ. So I'm taking those letters and I'm lining them up. ABC, writing them over to the side, and I'm going to say it corresponds with XYZ. I'm going to put that underneath. Lining these up, guys, is so helpful because you know immediately which ones go together. So when I look at it now, I know that A goes with X, I know that B goes with Y, and I know that C goes with Z. So over in my answer choices, it says, which of the following proportions can be used to find the value of N? I need to try to find out what is this measurement. N is this line segment that says A to C. Okay, when you look over in your answer choices, or over in the names, A to C is the first and last letter. So I need to also look underneath, what is the first and last letter? So that's going to be X to Z. I need to go highlight those the exact same color. X to Z. These numbers are going to be used to correspond with each other so that they match. Okay? So N and 20. Those go together. When you look at your triangle, the only other number I know is 16. And then this one, the only number is 12. So I'm going to highlight those the same color. 16 and 20. If you weren't really sure if those matched up, okay, this says BA. Over here, B and A are my first two letters. And when I look at the name of the second triangle, it says ZY, which indeed does match what I did in blue. Okay, those numbers are 16 and 12. So I'm going to pair those up. 16 and 12. My fractions or my proportion says 16 matches with 12, N matches with 20. When I look sideways, I need to say N matches with 16 because those were in the same triangle. Right here, N also has a relationship with 16. And on the bottom of mine, I have 20 matching with 12 because in my small triangle, 20 and 12 are in the same triangle. If these answer choices are written just like mine, then I can just stop. But if not, we're going to have to look and see how to match them up differently. A has 12 and N. Okay, I don't have 12 with N anyway over here. That is totally not going to work out. So I am going to cross out 16 diagonal from N because that's not what I show. I show they should be sideways. If you look at answer choice B, okay, they have 16 with 12. So do I. They have N with 20. So do I. I need to look sideways. I have 16 with N. They have 16 with N. I've got 12 with 20 going sideways. They have 12 with 20 going sideways. So this is probably going to be my right answer choice, so I'm going to check mark it, but I'm going to check the last ones just in case. Answer choice C, they have 16 with 12. So do I. They have 20 with N. So do I. Now I'm going to look sideways. I say that 16 and N should be sideways, but when I go look over at answer choice C, they have 16 and N diagonal. So 16 and N diagonal, that is not going to work. Last answer choice. Okay, we already said 16 and 12 need to be paired up. They do not have 16 and N paired, 16 with 12 paired up. They think 16 and 12 should be diagonal, and I say no on that. So I'm going to take this one and cross it out because they have 16 and 12 diagonal instead of sideways. So that's going to tell me that B, which I thought was the right answer, is definitely the right way to set up your proportion to find the value of N.